We're live. I give it a bit of time to start, because you never know with streaming sometimes. Hey Vix. So, as you can probably tell by the title, I'm planning on finishing the main story today, and I'm not sure what else. I don't think the rest of the game's gonna take a solid 2 hours. There might be some time after to try something else, but as for what, I don't know. I'll just figure it out. In the meantime, you mentioned something in the comments of the last stream, Vix. How there's something that needs to be discussed. And there's a lot of it. I'm guessing it has something to do with the gameplay we saw for Sonic and Shadow. Mainly Shadow. I'll admit I've not been looking much at it. I've seen a couple of small clips, and yeah, I'm very excited. It looks amazing. But I haven't been paying the most attention to it. So I still want to be surprised, because I think the entirety of Space Colony Arc Act 1 and the Bio-Lizard fight were in it. In the demo. And I didn't want to get spoiled too much on that. But I've heard some amazing things. It's one with big fire. Alright. So, I haven't been looking at much. I also found out that for some reason they gave Modern Sonic the drop dash, which I don't fully understand considering it's a boost game. Maybe there is some use for it as Modern Sonic. For Classic Sonic, I'm 100% get. But Modern Sonic, no. Modern Sonic can speed up at the push of a button with no problem whatsoever. He doesn't need a drop dash. And I guess you kind of say that the spin dash stuff in Frontiers could use the drop dash, but the thing is, the boost works entirely differently in that game, where it's more of a run button. So there is still some use to the spin dash and drop dash, and even then, it was absolutely OP in Frontiers when they added it. Generations? Not the same story. At all. Just like, yeah. I did hear they changed the controls to match Frontiers, which is fine for consistency on my end, because it's been forever since I've played Generations. But, there is an option to have the OG controls in there, too. Except for Shadow, he's forced to Frontiers controls. Which I'm fine with. So I figure that Shadow could be building it around the controls. It is the same engine, after all, so... makes sense. Alright. That's one. So overall, I've heard some really good things. And I'm excited to pick it up. Savings last used to Mike for something important. Like a mini-boss or something. Unless I absolutely need another power, I'm keeping this. As much as I really want Mecha right now. Hey, get back here, Mike. There we go. I'm curious, based on a Forces and Frontiers level length, how long do you expect levels to be? Oh no! No. Is it Mike? Okay. Save my get sword. Take you with me. I did see like one of the rank animations for Shadow. I was hoping to grab it. And from what I saw, the stages are actually fairly long for him. So, first time playthrough, I'm gonna say maybe like 3 to 4 minutes. Considering I've played a fair share of Frontiers, and by that I mean fully 100% of it with all, you know, X ranks and such. And since the controls are going to be fairly similar, it shouldn't be that hard to get good ranks. I can save myself pretty easily. Hopefully. Shadow can still, like, completely turn around and such, right? Maybe not the OP parry, but, like, I can probably work with this. I'm sure I'll do fine. I'm fine. I'm gonna... I'll do well. I'll do well. This is me hyping up me doing well. So when I inevitably fail, we will laugh at it. It's called peak comedy. Setting up for failure. Longer for a first time. Really? You're telling me that C rank thing I saw was not a first time playthrough? Honestly, I'm perfectly fine with longer stages, if they're actually good. As long as you don't get mid stages where I just hold down one button and win. Forces? I absolutely despise Forces with every bone in my body, and I've ranted about it in the past, so I don't want to... I don't like it. Forces may be my least favorite Sonic game. See, as long as we're not returning to that standard, I'm perfectly fine. Long stages are actually good, yes please. Funny thing is, the length of stages is actually kind of funny when it comes to generations. Because those stages run for like 2 to 3 minutes for the most part, except for, I think, Green Hills. Pretty sure, which makes sense. First level. Fair enough. Keep it more simple. And then people always complain about Planet Wisp, because Act 2 could take like 5 fucking minutes, and I'm like, it's the last zone of the game. And if you know how to use the Rocket Wisp, then you can easily cut it down a couple minutes. Why is Kirby still second? I let go of the button, I stopped shaking the controller, and he's just like, I must keep inhaling! You fool. Stop doing that. I did not tell you to keep going, you're doing that of your own volition. Hold back on your gluttony for 3 seconds, Kirby! So yeah, I don't mind 5-minute stages as long as they're good. As long as it doesn't feel like it's just bloated for the sake of, we gotta make a stage longer, I'm perfectly fine with it. One thing to know is that Chaos Control freezes the timer. As it should! As it freaking should! It did in Heroes! It's called a nice touch. Also probably helps with ranks. Use Chaos Control on parts that you're slow on, and there you go. It's like it never happened. So using your abilities effectively. Okay, long story short, do not bother trying to do a level 2 inhale on that guy because you will die. Kirby will just continue inhaling, trying to get the enemies after that, despite the fact there's a massive ass pit. For longer than the timer suggests. Interest. Long stages that are really good? Yes, please. I think I saw a video I recommended. I didn't watch it. But it's a guy saying that Sonic Cross Shadow Generation was like an instant pre-order for him. And apparently this guy has been like on a hiatus for a long time and came back because of Sonic and Shadow. Which, if that's the case, hell yeah. You'll love to see it. Level 1 in here. Alright. Alright, Ninja, Sand, or Bomb. Let's go with... Fidelity screen level is about 5 minutes. Did I say the Bio Lizard then? I could have sworn it was something that was like much shorter than that. But if 5 minutes to speedrun, then ooh, we've got some meat in those stages. Excuse me, sir. Can you please? I am not good at using Ninja, apparently. Get him! There! I thought I was better with Ninja, but okay. Gotcha. The C rank animation people show it. Okay, it was the Bio Lizard. That makes sense. See, I'm looking forward to it. Now, granted, when I do get the game, I will be starting with the Sonic half. I won't immediately start with Shadow. But, you know. Or maybe since I do 2 streams a week, most of the time, I could have one day be Sonic and one day be Shadow until one of them is done. It'll balance itself out nicely. Is this the stage I think it is? I think it is! This stage lives in infamy as being the one level that the runaway guys just constantly had trouble with, and they had to play the stage like 4 or 5 times to get everything. Which, fun enough, was the first new episode they made when I found their channel. Back in the day. So they struggled on this one. So this one's very infamous. We mix it up. Okay, I'll take it. No. Yeah. Not exactly the best for this part. Actually, use once. Missed most of the enemies, fine. Whatever. You do you, game. I was thinking I could slide under that. I was trying to be cool. The game didn't let me be cool. Now, it's given me a lot of powers that are good for cooling off lava. And now I'm gonna go back for ice because I lost one. I'm grabbing ice because TRG used water and they had trouble with it. So, to be fair, that's 100% just a skill issue and poor coordination. But you could also cool off magma using ice and parasol, because parasol's little water droplets. So, the reason why ice is so good for this is because you can just kind of skate over it. When you run, Kirby will skate, and you can just go on top of the lava and fire blocks with no problem. That is if you're actually running. And then there's that spin effect and freeze. So yeah, ice is the way to go. Ice is the way to go. Water may seem like the obvious choice, but yeah, I prefer using ice there. Should note speedrun with slot because speedrun goes sub 5 minutes easily with some force of new strats. Particular friendly action pressure is not cross. I know, but still. I'm still calling it cross. A, because it makes sense. It's funny. Actively pissing people off on the internet? What a concept. But also, you know what Sonic X Shadow means to some people. you know what thoughts immediately went into people's heads. So like, no. No thank you. I want this game to show some form of decency! That's the thing that sounds more professional. Also, it makes the Sony bros happy. Oh man. So I'm gonna call it cross as long as I have to. Which honestly is forever, because people can't force me to change. Unfortunately. I was hoping to actually get Crash there. Luckily, there's more opportunities. Right here. You're mine! Granted, I think Mike is technically better, because A, used it 3 times, and B, even a fully charged Crash, I think, might do... It's equal to the 3rd level of Mike, which means Mike will do more damage in general if you use it all 3 times in one spot. But like, I don't care. I like Crash, okay? Ignoring all of this. Done, and you're mine. Alright, and... Good. That's supposed to be hard? It's almost like I've played Return to Dreamland before. I feel right at home. Also, what the 3 try each level do is simply specified. Ooh. It'd be funny if that's how the 3DS stages. I know it's not happening. They already confirmed the 3DS is not going to be represented in this. But, like, it'd be funny. And that would be the best part about it. What's that? You want 4 acts of Green Hill? Oh, man. Yeah, when I think multiple challenge stage like that, my first thought is like advanced 3 special stages, which also is not happening. Because the Chaos Emerald's just given to you. It's part of the plot. The little plot there is. It's almost like Sonic Generations wanted the Chaos Emeralds to be part of the story, and therefore didn't make them optional collectibles. Tell ya, Superstars was trying way too much at the same time, and none of it really meshed well. It meshes well enough. I think the main game is fine, but everything after the main game is a mess. And even then, the story is told in such a way that I'm just like, where the heck did that dragon come from? Maybe don't allude to your big twist final boss thing in an animation that's not in the game. That comes out before you get a chance to play the game, and you might end up fucking the game. Oh, there goes Spark. Thank you. Apparently makes new routes available in I'm sorry, what? They're adding new routes? You're kidding me. So they didn't remaster the visuals too much because they're busy adding more routes in the stages? I don't believe you, but like, if that is the case, holy shit. Replayability and exploration in a Sonic game? Whoa! Yeah, I'm excited now. Not mean to grab that! Get Beam away from me! I don't want Beam! Ah! Did we streamline too high? Yeah, more actual level stuff? That's cool. I just gotta wonder. What could they hide down there? It's like... You found a Chow. It's unlocked a new route. But like, they're not gonna move around the red rings in their original spot. Is it like a shortcut thing? If that's the case, well... I don't know. What could they do with that? There's gotta be some sort of incentive. I mean, I like little hidden secrets, but like... I definitely want to put the Sonic part first. Maybe it'll get elaborated on a little bit more in the Sonic Central. Which, if they don't announce one fairly soon, I'm willing to bet it's gonna be on the 23rd. Happy birthday, Sonic, and all that. Generations canonically takes place on his birthday. It makes sense. Speaking of big events regarding games in a showcase, no Nintendo Direct this week. Which means it's probably coming next week. People are saying it might happen on the 18th because the people who are in charge of Among Us accidentally uploaded a trailer early. Oops. But you never know. You never know. Yeah, I'm excited for it. I'm excited for that Direct because I need to see what's going on there. We have like no idea what Nintendo's up to. Like, what? Luigi comes out 2 weeks from now. At the time of streaming, anyway. And then there's the World Championships game, which is like a cool little novelty, I guess. And then there's just nothing. So, like, what are they gonna do? I need answers, Nintendo. You've hyped up this Direct because you actually told us in advance. Yeah, we're actually doing one this month. You told us like a month in advance you're doing one. Just give us the damn date! We need to know. Probably should have shot it this way, but you know, I don't care. Big star shot, make wall go brrr. If Among Us is what leaks the data of the Direct, that'd be hilarious. Okay, spear, hammer, or mecha. I'm taking spear. As much like hammer does a lot of damage, and I really do enjoy mecha, but spear. It's like fly like this. Wee. Wee. You wonder why I chose spear. Of course, I'm being kind of reckless with it. It shows. But I did better with it than Ninja, so I win. So yeah. Down. Nah, I'm keeping spear. As much as I like Sand and Mecha, I feel like they're making them way too common for what they are. Which are really good, and they are key selling points of this remake, but like... all the other enemies feel kind of natural. They kind of slap Sand and Mecha in here half the time. I mean, Mecha would make sense for this area, because again, this is all mechanical. But like, why is Sand still here? Why is it everywhere? Why have they been spanning these powers across the entire game? You're unlocking more things! The info book trackers would translate you from Indonesia. Definitely not a place I would have expected info from. I wouldn't have bet it's a smaller outlet too as a result. Which, like, how do Sonic fans find all this stuff? Like, they literally just look up every single article they possibly can just to hope to find something? Are we that desperate for information? And how do we know this is all real? All true? You really think someone would do that? Just go on the internet and tell lies? I understand that, but like, it is kind of odd, don't you think? Like, don't get me wrong, but I wouldn't say Indonesia is the biggest market for Sonic. So how come they get all the exclusive stuff about Chao and no one else does? Why couldn't they have told us about this during Summer Game Fest and not, like, have us scour the internet for something in a completely different language? Why does information have to be scattered so much? Okay, fine, because I'm not getting fighter back. Sure. Oh, wait. Much better. Oh, I missed a gear! I think it's the first gear I've actually missed. Dang, where did I miss one? I guess I have been kind of rushing through this whole level. I need to be a bit more careful, clearly. More code is fine. So, that's the way up with that. That's what I want. This! Then I loop around, and then I loop. Isn't it kind of weird that, like, all of the Chao stuff has been online via, like, interviews or the website, and none of it showed up in the initial trailer? But they're going out of their way to add Chao stuff, not just in the gameplay, but also in the cutscenes? So, like, theoretically, it's a big deal. So... Like, granted, you don't want to take focus away from Shadow. Fair enough. But, like, a lot of people thought Generations was like a one-to-one thing. You know? You clearly highlight both adventures, so... Interview posted by interview site Gamer WK. It was the 5th interview released that day in general. Across, like, the whole internet? Not specific to that regional language. Okay. So what kind of questions did they ask to get exclusive information about the Chao system that no one else got? Do we need to learn how to ask proper questions? Are we just not asking the right things? Maybe we've been asking about Chao all wrong. Maybe to get real info about Chao. Maybe Twitter's been doing it all wrong. I'm playing Twitter, but like, I've been Twitter for everything. Twitter freaking sucks. I don't know why I'm still on that side half the time. Where the heck is that gear I missed? This way? Ah, the hammer thing. I'm gonna need that. Also, I'm in the dark because I didn't go and grab that, candle. Hopefully it's not a problem. There you are. Let me go. No! No, my power! I can't understand anything to have it open. Does Google Translate not work on it automatically? I mean, we might not be using Chrome, and fair enough. Let go of me! Like, I know anytime I go on a site that's not in English, Google's like, hey, I'll translate that for you. Hey, hey, hey. It makes a little pop in the corner, like, begging to use it. It's like, translate! Use me! I am so lost right now. Where did the path go? I'm going back to the candle. I'm going back to the stupid candle. I can't see shit. There we go. Was I actually right here the whole time I stayed on set? Did I walk by the gear and just not see it? How bad of a path did I take? I have to freaking see it. What's wrong with me? Damn it, slug, get out of the way. I don't know if the rest of this takes. I'm pretty sure if I exit, I lose the gear. I want that. It balanced out because I took damage and then got the health back immediately. Ow. No! How could I have known you were coming? You just spawned on top of me. Well, fine. I'll just use spear then. So it would be nice if all the information was in one frickin' place. Cause like, I don't know if it's just a problem with gaming or what, but does it feel like there's a weird communication issue with Sonic games lately? Or like, all the information about the game and the plot and the mechanics and such are like, they're kind of all over the place. It's not just me, right? Whether it be, press stuff about games that haven't been released, or like how games that have been released are supposed to freaking work. Like, why am I noticing that this is a really big problem with communication with Sonic lately? Just keep my tempo. You need to tell me things, guys. Don't scatter it all over the web. Your info about your game, released or not, should not be a scavenger hunt. There goes fear. use Firefox. Fair enough. Fair enough. So I got the gear I missed. How has it already been 40 minutes? How has it already been 40 minutes? What the hell? Okay then. Sure. Hello, that guy. I'm not grabbing Beam. You can't make me. I don't know why. I just don't care for Beam that much. Always the me problem. Everyone else seems to like it, but like, I don't fully get it. And it's strange that I don't really care for Beam because when I play, what was it? Super Kirby Clash. I main the Time Mage, which is Beam. So like, I don't know why I'm okay with Beam in that game and not in this game. Maybe because Beam in that game has time powers. Which was pretty good. But for the most part, it's just Beam. I don't know why I don't really care for... You know what it is? It's probably because there's only 4 options in that game. Well, this game has like 30. So there's inevitably better options. Should I part of the game? I figured it would happen at the same time, considering he's keeping the name. And it's part of the same, like, 2-pack. And unfortunately, it's not a 3-pack, because Sonic 1's not being put in it. But you know, fair enough, we don't need Sonic 1 released again! Give me the gear! It is kind of sad, though. To be fair, I don't really mind the fact that Sonic 1 isn't going to be in this new port, remake, thing, I don't know what to call it. I'm okay with it, though. Because, the PC version never had that. That was console exclusive. So... honestly, I'm alright with the omission, because like, I never really had it in the first place. Give me that, by the way. That's okay. It would be hilarious, though, thinking about it. Like, you have Sonic 1 in the Gen side, and then for the Shadow Gen side, like, what would they do? It'd be funny if they just put Shadow the Hedgehog on it. Like, that's how they re-release the damn game. Yeah, we'll release Shadow the Hedgehog as part of this Generations collection. Have fun. It's like, oh, okay. Are we gonna get a Sonic boss fight? Don't hype me up for this. Don't hype me up for that. Like, I don't want to think that. It'd be cool to see that happen. The odds are low, though. Also, Power Room. Don't hype me up for that. It would be cool. Don't get me wrong, but like, when was the last time we've had an actual boss fight against Sonic? I don't think we've seen that in a while. The last one I can think of is like 06. I'm pretty sure that's wrong. It's like, I guess you can count some of the races in the Riders games. If you're playing as like Jet or something. Probably to keep Mecha. I used to be a lot today. Maybe Mecha. I figured. Like, don't get me hyped up on things that may or may not even happen. Come on. Don't do this to me. It'd be so cool, though. It'd be so cool. Imagine if they did that, but they took the really... oh, I missed a gear again! Imagine if they did that, though, but they took, like, the lazy route with it, and just did the Shadow fight from OG Generations, but you play as Shadow instead. But that would be, like, the set... Well, lazy technically, but, like, it'd also be fairly resourceful because it would use the same data. And also, that would mean their stories would collide at some point, because Shadow and Sonic do meet up at that point in Generations. And if the two games are happening at the same time, then... I wonder... I guess it would be kind of reminiscent of, like, the old adventure games. Interesting idea, just to repeat the boss fight. Come on, Kirby, don't just drop it. It's entirely on you, buddy. Yes, but, you know... Still would be the same general boss fight. You boost to get the energy cores, and then you boost into Sonic. I mean, theoretically, Sonic should have the harder fight because, you know, Shadow's chaos control. You just, you know, slow down or stop time. Maybe to compensate that for the Shadow perspective, they make Sonic super fast. They make Sonic faster. So you have to use your chaos powers in order to keep up. That'd be hilarious. Oh god, now you've got me thinking. We couldn't... Well, here's the thing with Generations, is that it's all the past, right? So with Generations, it's everything before that point canonically. So I don't think, unless they're gonna retcon Generations to be later in the timeline, I don't think they're gonna do something like that. Plus, I hope the fuck they don't, because I don't want Forces getting representation. That game sucks. It's like nothing. Like, what are they gonna add? The, like, weird, like, pinball jungle thing I can't remember the name of? Like, that's all I can think of they could add. Because, like, Green Hill's already in the game. Not adding that again. Chemical Plant's already in the game. They're not adding that again. Grand Metropolis, maybe? Or I guess just Metropolis, but it's not Metropolis. It looks more like Grand Metropolis, but it's all white instead of green. It's weird. What the fuck is up with Forces? I don't like it! Doesn't make any sense! But it's happening at the same time as Generations. It's not a big, not some retcon changing things. Like... Yes, but 06 is technically still the past. Even though 06 generally retconned itself from the main timeline, Sonic still has vague memories of it to some extent, which is why, you know, there have been references to it now and again. So I think Sonic still vaguely remembers some of the stuff, because in the altered time when it fixed everything, Sonic and Elise were the only ones there when the candle was blown out. So Sonic would have some memory of that in particular, right? The ending cutscene alludes to the fact that, like, oh, Sonic still remembers something. At least remembers something, but, like, no one else does. So, like, yeah. But still, that's still the past, you know? Forces, if the original timeline is intact, would be the future. And not once has the time meter done anything with the future. So it'd be kind of weird if Shadow's got stages from a game that didn't technically happen in the timeline yet. So, also being really cautious because I don't remember where the gear hits that I missed. Yeah, I know, but 06 still has something going for it in my eyes that I don't really see as much in Forces. It's weird. 06, for all its faults, still felt like there was some sort of soul and passion and inspiration behind it. Forces just feels so bland and basic. It's missed opportunity, the game. 06's problems come from the fact it was rushed out for the holiday season. Force's problems are on a different fucking level entirely. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I actually kind of have a theory for why Crisis City is in Generations, despite the fact that it shouldn't technically exist. So the whole thing with Generations' story is that Eggman uses the time meter to erase his past failures. So, what if all these worlds that have been kind of voided out are the same areas, same times, but in a world where Sonic didn't exist? And as Sonic, I guess, run through these locations and restore time, it adds them back in the timeline, thus restoring things to how they originally were. And that's why them showing up and just being stages fixes time. It also explains stuff like the Metal Sonic fight being in the bad future, because in the corrected timeline, according to Eggman, here we go. In the timeline where Sonic was erased from the timeline, like, it would be a bad future for a little planet, wouldn't it? And of course, you're fighting Metal Sonic after you've... I think you can only do the boss fights once you've beaten the main acts. So at that point, you've already added Sonic back into Sonic 1, 2, 3. At the very least, 1. If, you know, CD's technically before 2. So, still. It would make sense for Metal Sonic to be around, but it'd still be a bad future. Is it bad that I forgot it's called Sunset Heights, considering the game itself just calls it City? Like, the zone is called City, the level is called Sunset Heights, I think only for Sonic. So, I don't know if that counts. I don't know if that counts, buddy. Of course, this is so... so boring and bland, and I hate it. Forces just makes me upset on a level that 06 probably never will. Even if 06 is technically the worst game because it just doesn't function half the time. Like, you can see what they want to do with 06 if they just had more time with it. See Project 06 for comparison. Like, that game was largely unchanged outside of, like, adding in stuff that was scrapped and, like, fixing the bugs. The level design is largely the same, from what I can tell. Just the game making it work right. Forces? It just feels like they were not trying at all. There was just no passion. Most of the stages being rehashes. The story not even making any sense, even within whatever Pontek and Graf wrote previously. Forcing in Mania just for the sake of extra sales because I know for a fact this thing was going downhill. Them acting like it's not a sequel to anything despite the fact it's clearly baiting off of Sonic Generations, etc., etc. It just feels like they were not trying. Forces functions, but its function is just... Again, do you think I remember anything from the stage names of Forces? Because, like, the stage names is... Oh my god. Like... I don't remember much about Forces, really, outside of the stuff I actively despise. Because the game is boring. You think I'm gonna remember level names when, like... the stages aren't really memorable. You're not gonna remember a stage just for the name itself, you know? You get where I'm going at, right? If there was a reason for me to remember these stages besides, oh, it's Green Hill again. Oh, it's this one. Ugh. Boosters and bumpers everywhere. There's like no sense of proper stage design. Oh my god. You know, maybe I would remember the names. But because the stages are just so nothing, I'm not gonna remember the names they give them. Especially because they kind of half-assed them. They fucking half-assed them for a lot of them. Classic Sonic has no individual names. It's just the stage name again. So it's Green Hill, Chemical Plant, Death Egg. So it's like a third of the game is boring in terms of naming scheme. So that's not helping it. And then, like, they don't really do much with it. The stages are all just kind of... yeah. What power do I want for this fight? I might just keep Mecha. I know where this boss is, and Mecha would be a nice, like, mirror match. Honestly, I think I like it the most out of these. Like, I like High Jump, but I don't think it'd be that useful in this fight. Ninja, I'm not great with. I don't care for Beam. Sword's overrated. I'm stick with Mecha. True, they could do that. But, like... I don't know. I don't really know. As much as I want Forces to be given a big FU, like, I don't know, dude. What about the timeline? It logically wouldn't make any sense. Unless they do another massive retcon, which in that case, not adding stuff for the Generations half, which, like, so, like, Lost World happened at that point, there's, like, no Lost Hex stuff in that case? Because they're not adding stuff to base gens, except for the extra routes, I think. Assuming it's even real. So, like, we're not going to be seeing a newer era in Generations. Except for maybe, like, a post-game thing if they ever do it. Which, you know, like, out. And again, what would they frickin' add? Everyone complains about Lost World being, you know, basic Mario aesthetic the entire time. And Windy Hill's too close to Green Hill. And all that, so, like, what would they add? Maybe, like, fucking volcano level? Which, you know, they added Rumble again anyway. So, like, they've already repped that recently, so it'd just be annoying and repetitive again. I'm with that. Forces? I went over why that was nothing except maybe the jungle level. And then Frontiers, the open zones were all original, but they don't play like normal Sonic levels. Not in the sense that Generations does it. In cyberspace, like, what would they, like, the only one from cyberspace that would even fit without being a repeat of, you know, Green Hill, kind of Plastic Sanctuary, is the city one, which I don't even know if it has a name! What do they call it? Cyber City? I'm pretty sure it's taken by another Sonic game. I don't know. Welcome back, Kirby. I hear you discussing Sonic instead of paying attention to the task at hand. What are you doing? From here it's a hop, skip, and a jump to Landia's Mountain now. That fearsome dragon lives in the far edge of Hellkandra. On the very peak of a volcano, surrounded by intense flames. The road from here gets a little bit rougher, but I'm sure you'll be just fine. Just hurry up and smash that dragon to smithereens. I'm making those. Well, but that. Here's the thing, though. Even if they do that, think about it for a second. The timeline for Generations is that it's everything before Generations. So, Sonic 1 to Sonic Colors. Forces wouldn't have happened yet. Time Era couldn't have eaten stuff that hadn't happened yet. Unless, again, they retcon it. So if they add forces, they have to retcon something as a result. And that just leads to more questions. You know? I don't see it happening. I don't see it happening. You can say Doom throws Shadow to a moment in his future for the final level, hypothetically. I don't know about that. I don't see it. And besides, I'm not gonna act like Force is one of Shadow's better moments, you know? Like, forgive me if I'm getting details wrong. What does Shadow do? He gets intel that the Eggman's up to something in a jungle base. He goes after whatever's going on there. Finds Infinite before he becomes Infinite, because he doesn't have the Phantom Ruby yet. He slaps him in the face. I'm not weak. Wah! And then the main plot of Forces starts. And then Shadow's like, what the heck's happening? Why does everything feel wrong? Why is my team angry at me for some reason? And then he meets up with Infinite, who's just butthurt the entire time, and that's kind of it. He meets up with Sonic, who's like, they're all fakes, you fucking moron. And what? Why couldn't Shadow fucking done anything while Sonic was gone for 6 months? So, like, what the fuck? What does Shadow even do in Forces that's even, like, substantial besides making Infinite upset? Like, what does he do in the plot? That's all he freaking does. He's just like, I have intel. Eggman's up to something. And then he smacks Infinite in the face and makes him butthurt. And that's the whole villain story, I guess. Forces is so dumb! Forces is so dumb, I hate it! Like, Shadow and more involvement with the other games that are inevitably good at get representation. Space Colony Arc makes a lot of sense. Huge thing with, like, Robotnik and Maria and all that sort of deal. Eclipse Cannon, all that. It's like, that makes a lot of sense. Rail Canyon Battle, Bullet Station. Those two stages. From Heroes. Granted, Shadow has less of a part to play in Heroes in comparison, but he still played a part. His cast parts were copied by Metal Sonic for the final fight. I think his whole thing... I'm trying to remember Team Dark's story. His whole thing was that he was locked up after the events of SA2, was found locked in an Eggman base. And there was a whole big thing where, like, is he an android? Is he real? No one really knows. Mistranslations definitely don't help anything. I'm surprised it still worked. It's like there was debate, like, is it the real Shadow? The whole thing there. Is Shadow looking for answers this whole time? Then Shadow expands on that as its own separate thing, you know. I think the trailer had a remix of Radical Highway. And you know how SA2 is. That's Shadow's big main debut, like his game before his game. That's like the main crux of his story, so it makes a lot of sense. Forces? There's like nothing by comparison. And it wouldn't feel epic or grand or anything. Why would Black Doom send... Why would Black Doom send him to the future, to a future where he does jack shit? Like, he doesn't even do anything cool in that. He goes through the jungle. he whoops Infinite's ass like it's nothing. Without even have to try. And then what? He's just in the background the entire rest of the game? Like, Shadow could have been doing so much, but he just doesn't do anything. So, like, what the hell? Like, you think his Chaos cards would be really handy in that scenario. And speaking of Chaos stuff, why weren't the Chaos Emeralds in that plot? Highway for is called Eternal Highway, apparently. Yeah, thanks for telling me that, game! Once again, the game not telling me shit, and just labeling levels as, like, 1-A or whatever. It's like, thanks. Very helpful. It'd be nice if I knew that name from the game itself, but no, the game doesn't tell me that. They just give me basic level names that are stripped straight out of Mario. World 1-1, Green Hills Zone. Come on. But yeah, Forces is dumb and I don't like it. And why aren't the Chaos Emeralds part of the plot, despite the fact that that would be really helpful? Forces feels like one of those games that they need to go back to the drawing board on. Just completely redo it. Like, if that game ever gets a remake, don't even bother trying to copy anything from the original game. Just do something new with it. Actually flesh out the ideas proper. And, you know, try to keep your timeline consistent. Make it seem like Sonic's friends aren't fucking pathetic without him around. Especially Tails? Hello? What the fuck could they do to Tails? Forces just makes me upset. I don't want to think of the Forces anymore. Hooray! Food! But yeah, I hope I don't see Forces representation in Sonic Cross Shadow at all. I don't want to even think about that game. Like, I know it led to good things, with, you know, Frontiers making Tails kind of make sense again, and IDW being a thing that people really like. So like, Forces did lead to something good, but Force itself didn't do shit. Did nothing good. I can't think of anything that it did. Like, you might say, oh, the avatar system was kind of cool. No. They did it kind of weird, where it's like, oh, you want this part but different color? You have to hope to find it in another stage, and it might not be the color you want. Uh-oh, oh well, what are you gonna do? Sometimes the animal selection was kind of neat. So everyone wanted to be a hedgehog and made the active worst, like, character type, and then there's like a bunch of animals I wish you could be. Like, some, I guess, kind of makes sense. Like... Fuck! Like, obviously they're not gonna let us make it a kid character, but, like... What did they give us? They give us hedgehog, cat, dog, wolf, rabbit, bear... I think just generic bird. They couldn't have done anything more than that. And Sonic characters have such variety. Why does their avatar character be so basic in comparison? Forza just either makes me angry or sad. Like, I just cannot. I just cannot. No, dude. I looked at chat. In an interview I've been playing to Google Translate, Sonic Team apparently said that we talk about Shadow's white space in a future announcement. Sonic Central. It has to be doing Sonic Central. They need to do it then. It's like, when else are they gonna? I don't think any big events are happening between now and the release. Sonic Central having a big focus on that makes a lot of sense. Do you think they'll call it Shadow Central because of the year Shadow? But yeah, I'm fully expecting to see something in the Sonic Central. They have to. Come on. So it's all lining up, buddy. Actually, they fixed the pop-in. I sure hope they did. That's one of the major problems I have with Frontier Sonic. The draw distance was just so off, and I'm sure part of it was because I was playing the Switch version. But like, my God, it was bad at points. I know there are multiple points, even on repeat playthroughs, where I just feel so lost because of all the rails that just do not show up. So I sure hope, for the sake of being able to explore white space, that they make it so you actually can see shit. Come on. Yeah, it's good to hear they actually fixed it. If only they could port that back for Frontiers, that'd be amazing. But I'm pretty sure they're done with that game. They're not gonna touch it again. Unfortunately. We should just be happy they went back and fixed Knuckles up a bit. And then just move on. Kirby, why did you keep inhaling? I stopped shaking the controller and you just kept going. Same across all platforms for Frontiers? Really? Like, it's not even, like, turned up at all for the PC version? That's weird. Like, usually, I know for a fact they had to sacrifice something for the Switch, but, like, the Switch would be running on, like, low settings. You think, like, high settings on a console or a PC would not have an issue? At least not nearly as bad. That's just so weird to me. Huh. Focus on the game and don't be absolutely stupid. Kirby, stop inhaling nothing. Right. Face down. Go. Face down. Wait. Go. Pull this down. Wait. Go. Wait. Don't trust it. Probably could have made it. Alright. This should be the door. Okay, finally. An object limit issue? They put too much shit in the game. So it didn't work. Okay. So it seems like it's not going to be a problem for Shadow. Though it makes sense because I'm pretty sure it's more of a hub world instead of an actual like, full area. So they don't need to put as much in there. They're not putting in like 300 character icons. So like, it's probably fine. Imagine if they did put the character icons in there though, like Shadow's just collecting like, I don't know, like bits of research from Jared Robotnik's like, journal, or like, I don't know, what would be associated with Maria? Like, imagine, dude. Imagine. Oh, that'd be funny. Pick a piece of it because they get the freak the fuck out. Oh god. Yeah. That's kind of insane. Yeah, good to know it won't be a problem for Shadow. Ding. 110 speed, you unlock the wing challenge. Hooray! Not done yet, you have 10 more to go. Alright. I was hoping to throw them into each other. Here we go. Okay, you. Yeah! And his car. So I'm gonna mix because there's two of them, but as Return to Dreamland, if they're the same power, you don't mix it easily. I think a quirk that Mix has in this game, I think, is that if it's two different powers, it works fine. Standard Mix. So if it's the same power, you need to inhale at least 3. I think. Because the individual platforms sort of super it's alright. That too. But I feel like that was an issue not for level design reasons. I think it's more of a problem because of them wanting to save space and not having to create unique geometry for all these unit settings. Though it does cause the game to lag in certain parts, especially in the updates. Like some of those update challenges, man, they're weird. Like, remember the one on Ares Island? That's like a big, like, I don't know, a cylinder of bits, and you walk by and it just makes the game run like half speed. It was one of those new Coco challenges. Be careful. I don't thank you. After special weapons. The stars mean nothing to me. Oh, I missed it! Right by it like a fool. Okay. Dang it. I pressed it too early and it got cut off. Well, at least I have full health again! Damn it! I did it again. I pressed it too early and it blocked the ceiling and therefore cut off some of my flying time. Charging makes go faster. So maybe I get them on. Let's see if I charge it up first. There we go. I don't know if that actually makes it go faster. Like, it definitely bonks if you hit something when you're charged up, so... Like, normal item doesn't have that. Okay, gear, please. Malite? Yes. It's like the no clip to understand. Yes, a statement sounds really dumb. Those blocks, they what? Just double check, there's nothing important in here. I'm pretty sure there isn't. Nope, we're good. Frontier platforms are built to be used as occasionally used moving platforms in the open zone, which is likely why their textures like the Guardians are not stone the ruins. Fair enough. Mix! Okay. I'll take Crash. Well, that's the best power to have in this action, but I'll take it. Whatever works, I suppose. Run, Kirby! Hammer or Tornado? I'm just gonna use Crash, and also, you know, Cannonball's good too. It's like... Yeah! Okay, and take more shots. Thank you for your power. Alright. Let's go. Whee! In Rhea, there's some no longer functional caterpillars. You gotta not charge it all the way sometimes. Okay, so... You once. Hit you twice. There we go. Two lives. like 3 for you. Yes! Yes! And time to go! Out of my way. Whee! And therefore, don't show him up the big guy. For good measure. Bam! Let's check. Are there any powers I can get around here? Or do I go with nothing? No. I guess I just have no power, which would make sense. Usually built with, you know, standard Kirby in mind, but you know, it'd be fun. Experiment. Have powers I'm not supposed to have. Not focusing on chat right now. Give me a second, Kirby. Stop. Okay. This should be the door. Let me in the door. Door. Thank you. See before the memory tokens and Skype up for edit. See what any rules we're gonna have. Okay. Explain the still functioning stuff will be clearly moved off of the variant. Okay. Makes sense. No, I'm gonna take leaf. I've barely used the leaf. So you know what? Do it. This looks pretty dang good. Alright. 5 more to go. If I remember the last one, it's going to be a little bit of a doozy. Not too much of a doozy, but you know, it's going to be something. I was gonna mix them. I'm sad to go off the edge. I won't throw up a response, I'm not gonna run away. It's like Ninja then. Because Leaf fell down a pit. Memory tokens, the very minor open zone platform is actually going to be integrated in the environment. And then they wanted to make the world feel more, like, explorable. There's more stuff to do in it, and then they just went crazy with it, and it kind of clashes. They tried to explain it away in the DLC by being like, oh, it's shaping the Sonic's memories and everything, because the rhinos aren't normally there, ooh. But it still looks kind of dumb. It still looks kind of dumb. Anyway. Last main stage. Right? Maybe just not got enough fight areas. Alright. Hey. Nope. Nope. Being reckless again. See the meat. See the meat. I think I'm gonna go in. I don't think I've missed anything here. Gear there. One. Spear. I thought I would go up the little platform. Really? Come on. Good. Alright. Spark. Grab you for later. Okay. Just not giving my spear back. Oh well. So I must use Parasol or not. I think there's a door. There's like a door under one of these suns. At some point. Good enough, though. Off. Right here. We're close. Slowly drifted. Oh, it's the boot. Okay. Show me the boot. Nope, get the other boot. There we go, this one's more power in it. Bounce on the sun, because that makes sense. Boing, boing, boing. Up we go, up we go. And We're good. Still on track. Let's go. There we go. No! I wanted to wing. I thought I was going to get out of the platform. Try that again, Kirby. There. His wing flies faster. I prefer to have that. There we go, the Rockies. And you have the key. Give. Thank you. So we got one try at this. And it's not going well. Keep going. Timing's all off. Key's not gonna stick around forever, and if the key touches the lava, it's just gone. I really gotta hurry. There we go. That might be one of the hardest gears in the game. This is one of the more tense ones. I think about the popping issues actually caused by the fact the platforming is integrated in the environment in a weird way. That's one way of looking at it. Alright. That's one of these. Here we go. We're gonna one-shot the mini-bosses! Again, you see why this became Kirby's final smash. I like Cut Kirby and all, but nothing beats this. Come on. Bonk. Alright. And again. Just a little bit more. Slice a volcano in half! I think when TRG did this stage, I think they were able to slice the volcano in half with the fish. Which is really funny. Whee! Probably didn't need to do that, that's fine. looking on pace to get to 99 lives before we beat the game. This could be pretty close. If I wouldn't have died in so many dumb ways, I would have had it already. I like how the platforms here are encased around the suns. That's actually really cool. You can see like each little bit like slowly peel away. It's just so cool. It's so cool. If I remember this correctly... Okay. So we have sleep, which I'll show off. There's nothing. Wake up, Kirby. Wake up. We have guaranteed water, which I barely used. It might be fine. And then we have mix. And a pedestal. So I just, you know, pick something. So do I want to keep Mecha? Or do I want to go with water? I'm going with Mecha. There's 2 of them! I made a good choice by keeping Mecha. Because I can hit both of them at the same time. There goes one. And there goes the other. Let's go! I got so lucky. Didn't even time it to get Mecha. I'm just like, I'm gonna jump into it. So I thought I would get multiple chances at it, but no, it's just one and done. But realistically, you can get any power in the game there. I just got a really good one for that scenario. Do I want to have Festival? Away we go! I love these little segments. You don't actually play the game, you just sit back and watch, but they're always just so fun. And I think they actually added a few in this version of the game that weren't in the original. So then there were some Warp Star segments that weren't in the original game. In like the first few levels. But there was the one in World 1, and then I think they actually stopped until around this point in the original. Yeah, secret door. Yeah, you always go in the moon. Except there's not really a moon in this game to really go into, but it's the same concept. And you get lots of goodies. 99 lives! Look at my little crown! I'm the best! Let's go! And we got the top. Let's go. I'm so happy I got the little kind of stiff robot looking dance that he does there. It fits Mecha way too well. Alright. That's all the energy spheres. With that, let's go face a dragon. Alright, so we get a lot of powers here. Sand, Wing, Leaf, Cutter, Bomb, Ninja. I'm keeping Mecha. Because I think it's just kind of cool. And plus, I think there's a point here they split off into 4 separate beings. And I can easily hit multiple with my big laser beam of death. So, I'll take it. Yeah. Alright. Let's do it. This is about the split. Yep. Oh, good. Look at that. Mecha's big laser is just too good for this. You know, having this giant like laser cannon is making me miss laser Kirby. Like I'm just kind of stuck in the corner half this fight works. Yeah! Mecha is just so good. So good. We did it! Yeah!
Bravo, Kirby! You've truly earned your reputation as a hero. I can't speak, you did too good. Your help defeating Randy was invaluable. At long last, it's mine! The source of limitless power, the Master Crown! I'm telling you, this crown has been my husband all along! What's with all the weird looks? Fine, let me explain everything! I found the new by myself at last, so I fled the planet Popstar. That's when the thought struck me. I could have you defeat Lania for me. A stroke of genius, I know. You even helped me repair my stone cutter. I really did appreciate that, by the way. Anyway, the time has come for your planet. No, the time has come for the entire universe to bow down to me. And for being such a big help in all of this, your planet gets to go first! Beware the better power monster! Welcome to your new overlord!
Oh my god, my throat. My voice, it's gotten a bit raspy as a result of that. I gotta drink some water. It's almost like doing an Elmo voice and a Toad voice at the same time is really bad. I did it for the bit. I think Chugga stopped like halfway through that. I don't think he went for the full time like I did. Oh man. Oh boy. Woo! Last level, another dimension, breaking the naming scheme that is Crown. You know, I could make some joke about Sonic Frontiers here, but at the same time, this is meant to be more like a Milky Way Wishes scenario. So, like, it's clearly calling back to that. So I'm just gonna pass on the joke, thank you. don't want the cherry! Why would you do this to me? One of these days I would love to experience this game in multiplayer. But, I just have to use YouTube videos for that, unfortunately. Because, don't really have enough friends to do this locally. Online is basically never a thing with these type of games, and my family can't play games for shit. So I'm just kind of screwed. I'm learning. We must destroy what we have built. No, you don't. Halfway there. Alright, just a bit more. There we go. That's the lore down. Now it's time for the man himself. It looks like we're gonna just beat this at the 2-hour mark, so I might not have to worry about anything else being put in the stream anyway. So what's the granted done? I think we're gonna be over 2 hours. So this fit perfectly. If the first stream of this didn't have that hour-long discussion about the Direct and Mega Man stuff, this would have been like a nice, neat, like main story mode takes 3 streams, 2 hours each, nice, solid 6 hours. Closer to 6.5, because I did extend it because we were so close to finishing Onion Ocean. Like, here we are. So, Spear, Spark, Fighter, Mecha, Sand, Water, Whip, Mix, and Sword. I'm gonna mix and see what I get. I'm closing my eyes now. 3, 2, 1. I'm gonna carry it in, but like, I'm gonna need a different power because I can only use Crash once. I forget what actual powers Magalore gives you in the fight. I'm going Spear. So honestly, Spark would probably be fine. It was my go-to power during Star Allies arena mode, so I think it would be really good. Actually, now that I say it out loud, yeah, let's do it. Let's use Spark. We just use Mecha, and Mecha is really good for fights where you have multiple targets, but there's only the one target, it's Magalore, so no. Fire could be good, but no thanks. Sand, I'm not the best at it. Water, I'm okay with. Whip is just not that powerful, and Sword, I don't care for that much. It's overrated, so let's go. Okay, I think it let go of my Crash. I don't know if it's for the sake of the cutscene or I just don't have it or what. But either way, like, I was just gonna use it once to get a nice chunk of damage and be done with it. But if not, you know. Oh, we got it back! We're good. Okay. Alright. Good solid chunk of damage to start with. And by that I mean next to nothing. Plasma power. This is how I effectively did the arenas in Star Allies until the final arena, where I just used the Mage Sisters and 3 Kawasaki's to go through the whole thing because they're just too good. Alright, phase 2. Black hole? Yes, black hole. Unlike Sonic Superstar's Supersonic fight, that black hole's not instant kill. But you do actually see the pain that Kirby goes through when getting sucked in there. So, you know, I think Kirby's is better. Kirby's got the better black hole. It's just because that's just it. And honestly, it's kind of fitting to use a black hole against Kirby, considering he himself is a black hole. Use black holes for good or for evil. The choice is up to you. Alright, phase 3. It's all about the Ultra Powers. I can't actually hit him right now. Ooh. Monster Thunder start. I think we eventually get all of them. And if not all of them, there might be like one repeat in there. But it will always end off with Ultra Sword. Well, I thought I get rid of your power after one go, but I guess 2 hits. I think you skip out on Hammer because it's a mini boss thing, not gonna bring in Bonkers. So I think next is Flare Beam. Yes. Alright, 3. Oh. There's some people who say it's basically arc level design looks like forces, which when you see someone try speeding levels a laughable thought at best. It's one of the best Final Horizon for this. Let's go! Quality level design? Yes! Bit tone. I mean, sure, it's not gonna be absolutely fucking insane. Some of those levels in the Final Horizon update were just a mess. So I'm fine if they tone it down a little bit, as long as they're still good. Ooh, Breaker. And no, did I? Alright. We'll go on the ending. Is the opening level too, yeah. He's so cool though. Kirby's just so cool. See, if Kirby could be cute and cool at the same time, why can't Sonic? There was like a whole thing when Super Saiyan first happened where like, why is Sonic so cutesy in this? Man, everyone's like arguing about it. Like, you can be both. Kirby's proof he could be both cute and absolutely fucking badass. Come on! Alright. I Physics Park again. I was hoping to get a mix off that, but I didn't get a chance to power up the inhale until it was too late. Anyone else getting Epic Mickey vibes right now? Like, I've never actually played the game, but the way Magolor's face is right now just makes me think of Epic Mickey. I don't understand why. It's weird. Uh-oh. It's risky. More enemies. Burger! Up! Almost there. Oh boy. You understand why I tried using this in the arena in Star Allies. I'm sure it's plasma, but this is like the same concept. Shift the controller to build up power, fire it out. It's just that spark is also this. Also a shield. Like a shield barrier-esque type weapon. One again. Nope. You want to do some big attack? Was that the big final blow? Yeah, no, I'm denying you of that. No satisfaction for you, buddy. Oh, man. And away he goes. And that is the main campaign for Kirby's Return to Dreamland. Compared to Forces, and by the time he gets taught the home change in Lost Valley, he taught the mechanic. Okay. Okay. So like, here's the basic thing you could use. Now look around. Behold, alternate pathways. Seriously though, like, this is gonna be fantastic. I'm so excited for October, man. Well, I might not picking up. I might not getting it later. I don't know. Might be a holiday thing for me. I don't know. That's what usually happens. To be fair, I'm gonna have a backlog of other games to play in the meantime, so it's like I'm not gonna be slowing down in that regard. And I got this as a Christmas thing, so like it's taking me this long to get here. There's time. Woo. So yeah. You know what the crazy thing is though? There's still an extra campaign, which is like a hard mode to the main story. But we gotta do this all over again. There's still the arena, the true arena, Merry Magoland, and then Magolor's epilogue story. So in reality, our save file is probably going to be like 25, 26% done. We have a long way to go yet. This is going to be a long adventure. Will it be as long as Sonic Frontiers was? I'm willing to say no unless I have a real tough time with True Arena. But, you know. The thing is, I don't want to immediately go into extra mode. Because while it is harder, and this is the DX boss fights and all that sort of stuff, it ultimately is, for the most part, the main story again. Just a little harder. You have half health, enemies are stronger, you have EX versions of boss fights, so like, yeah. But it's still largely the same. I don't want to just start up Magolor's epilogue story yet, so I feel like I should dedicate a whole like separate section to that, like have it as its own thing. I could do a run of the arena just to get it over with, because I think it might be unlocked now. That might be something we could do to finish off the stream, because I did say like we might do something else after the main campaign's done. I thought we were going to be done a little bit faster, but to be fair, I did have to redo a level because I missed a gear. So, yeah. Oops. So I might do one run of the arena. And then after that, we can call it. Because the arena should probably take, like, 10 minutes after this is done. It's just the base arena, too, so it's going to be all the basic boss fights. So, really, it's not going to be too difficult, I'd say. Like, we're not facing off against the true arena yet. And I'm pretty sure you can't unless you complete extra mode anyway. So, it's gonna be a bit. The true arena will be a whole stream in itself, and it might take multiple streams to complete, because Kirby True Arenas are known to be pretty... how do I say this? Difficult. The easiest one is probably Forgotten Land, in my opinion, for its True Arena. And that still is no cakewalk. I only say that was the easiest because you have 3D space and, like, a fucking dodge button. So, like... wake up, Switch. Like, I have a block that I never use, I always forget about, unless I'm using specific powers that have, like, a full-on, like, nullify damage button. But with most powers, with most copy abilities, your block is, like, you still get a little bit of damage. You can't just block forever. And then you have powers like Leaf, and I guess Sand, where it's like, as long as you're blocking, you can't get hit by most things. Like, you're not going to be able to... like, you can take damage from certain, like, larger attacks at the very end. So it's not going to be when it cheese up, like, cheese everything. But, still generally really good. But, you know. Also, by the time Lost Valley ends, Arc is about to transition to its second major section. It's almost like the stages aren't going to be 1 minute hold down the boost button to win scenarios. They're actually going to be full proper levels. You'll love to see it. You'll love to see it. Honestly, I just can't stop thinking about the fact that this generation's remake, port, remaster thing is effectively just gonna be slapping the face of Color's Ultimate. Because, like, it's gonna go from to holy shit, this is peak Sonic. I'm so excited. I'm so fucking excited. I'm so excited. There's our little tease of the epilogue. Stay tuned for that. I'm not sure entirely when we're starting that. It might be sooner than you think. I don't know if I want to start that tomorrow or if I want to focus on doing some of the challenge stuff instead. Because we also have to do the challenge stuff. Challenge mode things. That counts for 100%, I think. There's a lot in this game. There was a lot in the original game, and then they just added more for this. There's a lot. This game is big. So yeah, stay tuned. We're in for a wild ride. However, I feels like I'm ending off now. No, we still have like the arena to go through. I'm gonna do that tonight. Base arena. Yeah, everyone's happy. Where was everyone else? There's more. Don't I know it? As a reward for clearing story mode, you've earned the following dress-up mask: Traitor Magalore. You've unlocked extra mode. It's the same game, except everything's a little harder. You've unlocked the arena. You've unlocked the epilogue. Magalore's adventure isn't over yet. You can now play Magalore Epilogue, the interdimensional traveler. You've got a sound test. See, it says 91% here, even though we did collect everything. Because the thing is, it's not just counting all of the gears and all the stages and whatnot. It's, it is indeed counting all of this, too. So yeah, we're gonna have to do all this. And I'm pretty sure you have to unlock everything again in extra mode. I don't know if progress from this carries over. We might have to do all of these twice. Though granted, I think in extra mode they will be a little harder. I might be wrong on that, don't quote me. And yes, for 200%, we gotta go with platinums, so we gotta do extremely well on all of them. We're gonna be here a while. Like, this ain't gonna be some short Sonic Superstar style adventure. We're gonna be here a while. But yeah, let's do one run of the arena. See how we do. So to level up to that point, you actually dodging obstacles in this in the like. A few of the sections actually seem decently challenging already. Yeah. The reason for first level, of course. Yeah, there's a lot in this game. The best part is, you can do most of it multiplayer. Not all of it. The challenge rooms and maybe Magalore Epilogue are going to be single player. But you know, the main campaign, extra modes, minigames, all that. Even the arena. I'm doing the arena. You can do multiplayer with this too. It's great. How can I help you? See, I have all of these. I still have yet to redeem the boss masks for the rest of the game so far. That's what these are. I think these are good to the EX ones. It's really most spaced. I'm not gonna wear one of those though. So yeah, with every power in the game at our disposal. Let me mix. And Mecha! I would love to use Mecha for this, but when it comes to the arena, even though I prefer using other powers in general play, Spark is my go-to in arenas. Except in the case of Forgotten Land, where I used my double cutter, because it's just too good. So yeah, we're using Spark. Away we go. If you don't know the rules of the arena, it's a boss rush. You're fighting everything. I think the order is going to be slightly different every time you attempt it, so you have to think on your feet a little bit. But generally speaking, you're fighting everything. In between bosses, or in this case, is waves of sub-bosses, you will head back to a hub room where you can decide, do you want to use your items to heal? You get limited items to heal throughout the run. And you get a chance to swap out your copy ability for a couple of random ones. think a true arena only gives you one capability and then sleep. So like you only get one if you want to swap. So yeah. So, oh my god, we're immediately going into Landia next? Sheesh. So I can keep Spark, go for Spark again, or go to Ice. I'm just gonna stick with Spark, thank you. It's no mecha, but it can do well enough against multiple targets. Let's do it. And no, don't expect a damageless run. Do not expect that from them. I'm not that kind of player. What the hell do you think this is? Extreme difficulty? You down. Those rares go. Ooh, like actual momentum-based shortcuts. You just fling off. Oh my gosh, that's great. All right, Grand Doomer with Spark, Wing, or Stone. I'm keeping Spark. First hit. I told you, don't expect the damageless run, but like, I thought it was further than that. Mini boss rush, high jump, bomb, and keep Spark. The gameplay seems like French. Oh, thank God. It's gonna actually feel fast. Yes. Kibble Blade. You think Spark wouldn't work against him, but oh well. Since it's actually just rock type, not ground type. Who knew? Super good against you though. Best part about Spark, or Plasma in Sarlana's case, is that when you charge up your Plasma shot, this actually does act like a shield, so it actually can destroy smaller projectiles. You wonder why I picked it. It's really good for arenas. I know a lot of people like using powers that you can't cheese it, like Stone, you're invincible to most attacks when you're in Stone form, or like Leaf, and some of the powers like that have like the guaranteed block scenario, but like this is like a nice balance where I can generally block a certain amount of damage without it being too much, while also being able to properly attack from a distance. So like Spark's generally my go-to. Can you blame me? Mr. Duther. It takes out bosses really quick too. Look at this. On. Mr. Duther will doot no more. Farewell, buddy. I'm going to miss you. It's just... Alright, all the Doomers! Down could Spark. Spear would be great because I could fly and deal damage that way, but like... A, I have no guarantee of getting Spark back for the fights, and also... Spark's still really good. If you think you can use it against me, I'm using it better than you ever could, buddy. Ow! My hubris. Yeah, 1 down, 3 to go. Of course, with the tag team, and they share health, and you can hit them both. There goes one. There goes the other. One more to go. Just the ice one left. Oh. Boom. And gone. I'm below half health. Do I want to use a magic spin on now? I'll wait till after Wispy. Then we'll see. Leaf would be great, especially because of the block, but I'm not giving up Spark that easy. Wispy frickin' Woods. Come on. Does not get sucked in this time. Yeah, that's how you're supposed to do this fight. You should have me stand up right next to him and then just getting... Alright. Saiyan over here. Ninja, Cutter, or... I'm gonna play it safe. I'm gonna use a magic spinner here. Might be a bit of a waste, especially because it's only half of my it's restoring, but like, I don't... It's one of those fights where I'm not the most confident. It starts out okay. Honestly, he's so high up we try to hit him sometimes. Then phase 2 happens. It's gonna be faster, and the ground's gonna be uneven. There's a different uneven parts of this. Yeah. Yep, there it is. There's the uneven ground. It's helpful to me to some extent, but like... Okay. Maybe a slight waste, but I was not taking any chances. Just a bit of paranoia. I was definitely gonna heal for this guy, at least, though, at that point. So, yeah. By the way, those numbers you see coming from Middle General here,
are accurate to damage values you're actually doing. So this is how people determine how much damage you actually deal in battle. And how much health enemies have. By just using this as a basis. And it's cool. Come here, buddy. So yeah, my playstyle is I like dealing a lot of damage, but also I like being able to attack from far away most of the time. So finding a good balance between damage and range is great for me. And again, you wonder why I use double cutter in Forgotten Land. Alright, phase 2. You're really big. Alright. One of the things sort of playing an interview. So it is 2 acts at least. That's good to know. Oh yeah, look at this. One kill away. But combos here don't really matter. I think all we have left are the Magalor fights, and actually, no, we don't. They're still. Oh, did they separate the 2 phases of Magalor? Yes, they didn't. Base form and then the super corrupted epic Mickey looking one. Just Beatles McCup Z? No, I'm sorry, but that's what I'm talking about. Hell yeah. I'm always gonna call it the true arena. I don't care what anyone says. But like, hell yeah. So congratulations to you, Gamer Lover 64. And what complement does not really matter here because we're forced to be on Landia. It's one of those fights, it's just kind of... It's here because of the boss fight. The complement doesn't really matter much here. It'd be cool if the complement you brought in affected Landia in some way. Like it augmented your ability onto Landia somehow. But I know that wouldn't be a thing for most of them. It's like, think about what they did for Star Allies Final Boss. Where when you're on the Star Ally thing at the end, or like the Star Ally thing during the main gameplay, when you're just flying around. Like, all of your shots are, like, based on what power you have and the elemental attacks and everything. I wish that was with this, too. But, no. Unfortunately not. Alright. That's the lore down. Just a little more. Just the Magalor fights, then. Yeah. I might as well heal. I don't see why I shouldn't. I'm definitely keeping Spark. In comparison to High Jump and Whip, no. High Jump, you get really close, and while I do like using High Jump for some battles like Krakow, who's not in this game, you know, I prefer not to use it during Megalore. However, I think I am going to have to ditch Spark at some point anyway. It's like the main phase here has the Ultra Powers in it, so I have to lose Spark, which is unfortunate. Because they're coming into a backup plan for the final fight, but, you know, shouldn't be that big of a deal. This is still a base arena after all, it's not super difficult or anything. Everything overhyping with how it's been reacting, really. I'm getting in that mindset for arenas, but the fact it's just base arena right now. Just preparing myself for the future. I don't know if True Arena is going to be the last thing I do, or if it's just going to be towards the end, or what, but, it's going to be one of those big final challenges I got to overcome, so... I don't think it's going to be anywhere near the levels of, like, Master King Coco or anything, but it's going to be up there. Or not! You do skip that, I guess. Interesting. I've not done the arena in this in a while. Alright, so last battle. Just take this. Carry the box in with me. And away we go. What kind of implies that Act 1 3 actually is 2D? I'm a little tad vague. It's like reverse of the main Sonic campaign? Interesting. I like the idea of not like constantly swapping back and forth. That's kind of cool. Like one stage devoted to 3D gameplay and then one devoted to 2D gameplay. If each acts on like individual identity, instead of being like 2D and then 2D and 3D. Guess I'm healing now. I'm not trying to. Alright. Last phase. This is it. Like a maniac. And there's a smart attack. I can't rhyme on the spot, cause this is quite a lot. Fun. Also, once again, big final attack. Nope. Denied. Denied. He's one of the actors 3D, one of the 2D. Yeah. Anyway, that's the arena. You could probably beat my time. It's not a fantastic time or anything. I could have done a little better. But you know, I think I did fine. For base arena anyway. But that's the base arena. This is nothing compared to what we're going to have to deal with when we get the true arena. But like not allowed to do extra mode, so that's going to be a bit yet. So that's going to be in a couple weeks at least. And then I might do Magalore's epilogue before then. And let's not forget, we still have more stuff to do in story mode because we have the extra challenges in there too. We're going for all platinums. Player 1 can now select characters other than Kirby in the arena. Try entering battle as Bandana, Waddle Dee, or King Dedede. Don't even bother mentioning Meta Knight. Just don't even bother. So yeah. You can play as any of the main 4 now. I wish it would let you change your Kirby color. So I'd love to go through this as like, I don't know, Kirby, the yellow Kirby. But like, I like this. It was like this in the original game as well. By the way, it's not a thing added for this, but like, you know. So yeah, for those of you doing the arena, here's my solo time. I'm probably never gonna log any times in multiplayer. That's probably never happening. Once again, I am learning. So like, whatever. It's fine. So yeah, that's going to be it for this stream today. As for next stream, we have a lot of options. So, we could either go back to story mode and at least start working on the challenges to get platinums in them. So we still have the little challenge missions there, and they do count towards story mode completion, I believe. We could start extra mode, which is a repeat of story mode, but everything's a little harder. I have half health, enemies are a bit tougher. We have EX boss fights, and I believe an extra phase in Magalore? So it is going to be a little bit more challenging. You will see me fail a lot more, because I'm just not being careful in the slightest. We can start Magalore Epilogue, the new thing added for this remake that really changes the game, I guess. I think this is our version of what Star Allies did with the Heart mode. I forget the name of the little like post-game story campaign in Forgotten Land. We were looking memory fragments or whatever, like that sort of thing. Of course, there's Merry Magoland. We still have yet to do anything here. We have like all the mini games to do. Whee! Let's go visit our boss friends because they're here. Turn our tickets. Crackler times 2. There's a mess for Coup. Energy drink. Gooey! Oh, not quite another bonus. Goliath has come to play? Just hanging off the wall. The Star Cutter. Confirming it is indeed alive. This is your price for Grand Doomer, I guess. Metal General. Look at the Waddle Dees. Like, oh my gosh, you're so cute! Oh my gosh, I love it. Landia has come to play. Yeah, look, this has got to be my favorite so far, because, like, I'm so excited to see him. Aww, he's just so cute. These guys are so cute! I will admit, though, Fatty Puffer being a water fountain is hilarious. Oh! Got a hidden Magalore. This has a reward. I went over that, I'm like, hang on, why is there like an A button prompt here? I'm like, oh, there's a little hidden sticker. And we got a mission complete. Find one of the hidden Magalore displayed somewhere in the entrance plaza. It's one of 100. Hey, Kirby! Woo, you've completed your first mission. I knew you had it in you, Kirby. If you complete a bunch more missions, I'll expand our lineup of souvenir items. You might even see some extra special masks pop up in there. There are 100 missions in total. Try your best to have fun and complete them all. Which we are going to be doing, by the way. In case anyone's wondering. So we have a lot to do. In Egg Catcher, which, you know, I'm not good with some of these mini games, I'll admit. It's been a while since I played some of them. Samurai Kirby. Checkerboard Chase. Bomb Rally. Crackety Hack. Smash Ride, Kirby on the Draw, Ninja Dojo, Magalore's Tome Trackers, Booming Blasters, and then the extra missions, including the one we just did. This might be a little challenging. I stumbled across it on my own, Magalore, to be like, what's this air prompt doing here? Can I, like, interact with Fatty Puffer? No. 10 stamp rallies. Oh, I'm guessing this means, like, the different stamp cards. Okay, that makes sense. Oh, you talked to Magalore for facts. That's cute. There are one such a main move to a souvenir item. Mask. Place 20 or higher on battle. Oh boy, it's a battle royale mode. Oh great! Remember placing the final results on all tour difficulties. Oh! Is this like you go through all the mini games in one go? That's actually really cool. They usually get some games tracks this once. Okay, you know what? I was thinking about making a poll so you guys can decide what we do next. Like, I think I want to start with Merry Magoland. We've already got one challenge done here. And then we still have 99 more to go, and we can do a few streams of that. So, like, yeah. I think we're gonna do that. So next time, on Kirby's Return to Dreamland Deluxe, we're gonna start working away at Merry Magoland. But, if we're gonna do that... of course I'm gonna wear this. Of course I'm gonna wear the Wild D mask. Let's just stop and by. You wanna take the mask off? Press X. It's in this menu, I guess. Okay. So yeah, we're gonna keep the Wild D mask on, so I just like the sound it makes. Anyway, that's gonna be our first stream today. Tune in tomorrow, where we start working on Merry Magoland and getting some missions done. I will not be getting all 100 in one go. It will not happen in a 2 to 3 hour stream. I 100% doubt that. But we will get a solid chunk done. I'm not guaranteeing we're gonna play the mini games in one stream, but we're gonna see how far we can get. So keep that in mind. What games do you plan on playing after this? For a wide hit list. Yeah, of course then the Mega Man Game Boy games aren't so. I always want to play those on stream. Kinda like how I played Mega Man 9 a while back. Other than that, I'm not entirely sure. There was the challenge I wanted to do for Mario 3D World. Making that into like a little like roguelike thing. But I gotta set up some of that stuff again. And I want to wait until I can like locally record the footage so that I can make it a highlight video when I'm done with it. So that one's actually gonna be put on hold for a while. Until I know I have the space and the power to record the streams as they're going live. Because for some reason, YouTube only lets me download at 30 FPS, despite the fact that the stream is going at 60, and it's bugging me. I still have The Murder of Sonic the Hedgehog, which I have not played yet. That came out last April Fool's. I said I was going to put it on the stream, and I never did. So that might be a thing that we play for like a week. I want to play Legends Arceus at some point, but I think I'm going to hold off a bit on that as well for the time being, but it may happen at some point. Not sure when. Can't make any promises. I'm still trying to find a Wii U gamepad, and when I do find that and set everything up for that, I did promise one, I'd do a Sonic Boom Rise of Lyric playthrough, and that'll open the door to a bunch of Wii and Wii U games I still have, because despite the fact that I've moved on to my Switch basically immediately after I got my hands on it, I still have my Wii U and my Wii and like all my games, so you can see stuff like Mario Super Sluggers on stream at some point. Like, that's exciting. Just gonna figure out what my gamepad wants so I can swap my Wii U back to HDMI mode, because you can't open up settings without the gamepad. Gah! Anyway, other than that, we'll have to wait and see. If we can find out some information on when the new Layton game's coming out, please Nintendo Direct, I will 100% be playing the new Layton on stream at some point. I guarantee you that will happen. When? Can't say for sure. I don't even know for sure when it's coming out. They're not telling us anything. But that will be a stream thing. So there's a lot I still plan to do. It's just that when I'll do it is still up in the air. It'll be a lot more clear when we're done with Kirby, which, with how much content is here, will probably still take me another couple months. And by that time, we'll likely have some more stuff sorted out. There will be more stuff to play. I will have release date info, thanks to the Direct, which will inevitably be next week. So excited for it. So, yeah, expect great things in the future, but you'll be waiting a while. We have a lot to do. And that starts tomorrow. I'll see you guys for Merry Magoland. Just how happy these guys are. I can zoom in with the right stick! Oh, and I can do little little taunts and such too! Look at him! This is so cute! Oh my god, I think this is something that you can do in Forgotten Land as well, and I think this is running on the same engine. You can do little emotes and stuff. It's so cute. I mean, granted, you couldn't really... There's like no real reason for emoting in Forgotten Land because the multiplayer was 2-player local co-op, but like, it's just so cute you can do this! I'm so happy they kept it in! D-Man still making noises, it's so cute! Ah! I'm sorry, I'm getting distracted again. I need to go eat. I need to go eat, and I need to go prepare for next stream. By resting, really. Yeah, look at this. So cute. To make it, there you go. Yeah. How long is today's stream gonna be? I don't know whether you're saying that as like an actual legit question or just you joking at my expense. Because either are entirely valid questions. I plan on ending it off now. I'm planning on being done for tonight. But like, I have this problem where I end up stalling because I just want to keep talking about things. And like, the plans of the stream, the discussion of games, it just keeps happening. It's a 10. I'm bad at starting streams because I don't know how to properly do intros. I'm bad at ending streams because I just keep talking. Despite the fact I should be winding down to end stream, it just won't end. It won't end. I'm sorry. But in all seriousness, though, I do think it's a good time for me to turn the stream off and have some supper. So I'll see you guys tomorrow for Merry Magoland. We may be here a while. See you guys tomorrow.